right?
Yes.
At the Royal Berkshire Hospital's antenatal services, midwife Jammie often sees several survivors of FGM each month.
You cannot never talk about it. There's an oath that you have to swear that if you do talk about it, something would happen to you. You would die, your entire family would die.
The World Health Organization estimates 3 million girls every year undergo some form of female genital mutilation, or FGM, in Africa alone. It says the practice has devastating physical, psychological and social consequences for women and girls.
Growing up in Sierra Leone, at 10 years old, it happened to Jammie too.
You get waken up first by the singing and chanting outside. I was blindfolded, so a piece of cloth was obviously wrapped up and then put over my face. People holding my legs and my arms, and I was held down whilst I was mutilated at that point in time.
Jammie helps encourage other survivors to talk about it too. Not all feel able to.
Sometimes they come across antenatally and still tell you, no, I haven't been mutilated, and they just dismiss the discussion. They come into labour, and that's when you find out.
Some women who've had the most severe form may need surgery before they're able to give birth. Cecilia asked to speak to us anonymously, so we've changed her name. She didn't want her daughter to have it done, but her family believed it was the right thing to do.
My first child, when they want her to be part of it, I disagree. The whole family go at me. Nobody could back me to say, no, I don't want my child to be part of it.
She tells me her daughter underwent FGM, age 7, on a family visit home.
So we've got the normal anatomy, looks like, with legs apart. In the type 1...
Secretive tradition, some believe to be a necessity to prepare girls for marriage. Jammie says by breaking the taboo and talking about this practice, it will help stop more girls being put at risk. Another woman told me her daughter is at risk of undergoing FGM back home with family in Somalia. And like Cecilia, there may be little she can do to prevent it happening.
I'm afraid for her. I worry a lot about her. My daughters are mine, so I don't want to circumcise them. It's a bad tradition. I don't want my girls to go through difficulties.
It's difficult to know the true number of women in the UK who still practice FGM. A unique piece of research was carried out in Portsmouth and Southampton by the Southern Domestic Abuse Service and Portsmouth University. More than 50 local women from countries practicing FGM were interviewed.
If I have a daughter, I will put her through it because it is part of our cultural identity.
Many did want FGM to stop, but some still supported it. These are their words.
It's part of a girl's initiation process. The government should leave us in peace.
Women who are circumcised can be faithful. Others who are not cannot handle themselves.
They will never bring anyone to justice because they don't have a clue where and who operates it.
We are Africans and our rights and practices should be respected.
The part of the medical complications,
Suhaiba Mohammed, a presenter on the BBC's Somali service, says she understands why mothers can face an agonising decision over whether to have their daughters circumcised.
It is a very difficult thing, very problematic, and also it's a pain that will never disappear. I have girls, I have 3 girls, though I am against it and I don't like it and it causes me a lot of problem. I'm also thinking about they have to undergo it. I have to circumcise them. But what will happen to my daughters? That's what I'm thinking. What will happen to them if I don't do it?
Mothers would not normally have the last say in what happens to their children. A child belongs to the whole community. They do not belong to a single family, and so the pressure could come from the whole community itself. So that would limit the mother's chances of protecting her daughter from FGM.
For now, we'll be getting more men to the meetings.
Victor, a community worker in Reading, tells me he wants more men to help end FGM.
The starting point, as with any cultural challenge, is, oh, you're challenging our culture and tradition, which is, we've practiced for years, it's good for us, why are you bringing it out into the open? It's something that men are not allowed to talk about. Men don't ask questions about, they don't engage in it. If a new breed of men starts challenging from an informed point of view, I think with time we'll be able to make that breakthrough.
No matter how terrible the practice may sound, it's clear it's impossible to stop FGM overnight. Women brave enough to confront the taboo are gradually changing attitudes. But until those beliefs become more widely accepted, young girls in the South will continue to be at risk.